about that time.
Pre-record on my count. 7, 6, 5, 4. Here we go. Roger.
And on Insights, two eyes in the middle. INSIIGHTS, where we always talk the talk.
Hello, everybody. Hello. This MicknRick, we coming here. We're going to bring the show. Hey, This is Mickey Clayton, the coach, with my main man, my Kappa brother, my friend, my type.
Oh, my goodness here. Aren't you hyped today? I heard it was a show about battling, so I got my battle robe on. I got my mask ready. I'm ready to battle today. I'm ready to go today. What's happening, Coach? It's your favorite reporter's favorite reporter, Rick Brown, here with my man, my main man. What's up, Coach?
Man, you the man, Rick. You the absolutely positively the man. And before I go any further, Black Men on Sunday had me on this past Sunday. Man, those guys are all over the country. A lot of them, you probably know, they're A&M grads, and some of them were here when you were here. Some of them even out the journalism school. It was a heck of a show. It was an hour-long show that went for 2 hours. They want Rick, your favorite reporter, on. You told me you weren't available on the Sundays. They want to change the day of the show to accommodate the reporter. What can I say? Your legend precedes you, the legend of Rick.
I'm honored. I mean, the show that you were telling me about, it seemed amazing, and the guys seem really amazing. And what, not only the content, but what they're doing. And so I would be honored to be able to be a part of that. And I don't want them to change up the date for me, but I would love to be a part of it.
Yeah, we're going to do what we can to put you together on it. Oh, you coming out that shirt like Superman. I see your K.A.
Fanu pie. The frat so sweet.
Oh,
they had to name it twice.
Go ahead, tell the truth on it. Tell the truth on it.
That's right. That's right. What we got today, Coach? What we got?
Well, first thing we got is our golf show. Boy, did that thing go pretty good for us. We have had so many comments on it. And one of the things we talked about was the fact that, I've met so many personalities and things from, golfing and from being over there with some of those guys, and Jan Auger has really, we've talked, we're going to do something on the Tallahassee Open. And then Camus has a tournament he's doing, and he retweeted it, which is really good. We do these shows a lot, but not often do people retweet them to their own social media following. It tends to be a positive when they do that. Marquise Teller, we talked about him. He looks up to him, and he's just played his first year at Miles College and on scholarship. And we're going to do something on him later on. And Brad Harper, he had his whole family watching it. And they call him a superstar now.
Oh my.
So we just really, really got a lot of attention. And your question that you asked about diversity in golf and how do we get more blacks involved is really going to spurn another show that we're going to get some more people on. And ask them that question and see what we can do to get more diversity in golf.
Because it's a great sport. I mean, it really is. And like I said during the show, even though I'm not married to it or in love with it right now, I mean, I like dating her. And it is fun getting out there. So, I mean, it's a relaxing 4 or 5, depending on your stroke count, hours out there. And it's good, and more people. I know if they're out there, they would enjoy it. I know they would.
Right, I agree with you. And those guys that I talked about on Black Men on Sunday, we have one of them. The financial guy was just really excellent. We're going to have him on next week and talk a little bit about the NIL and the financial implications that these young men need to be aware of that they've given no thought to with newfound wealth and income coming to them and how to handle it and what to do about it. So he was really a sharp guy. So he's already committed to us for next week. And we also have some people that are going to talk to us a little bit about COVID-19. So they're committed to next week. So we're going to probably have to put them off for another week because, we were going to talk about the Olympics and 71 athletes testing positive already.
Are we going to have one? Jeez.
That's the next question because they're in Japan talking about the fact they might not have it. So if there was ever an Olympics to get denied to attend, that might be a blessing not to go.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be. Well, you would be disappointed not being able to attend. I mean, regardless of the circumstances. But still, I mean, if you're young enough, you may have 4 more years. You may be able to go back, and hopefully, prayerfully, this pandemic will be a thing of the past. We'll have antidotes and vaccines and everything that will, and Robitussin. You have to have your Robitussin.
That's what your mama tell you, don't she?
That's right. And everything in between to be able to get past that. And
but Rick, we have the vaccine, and people won't take the vaccine, but that's still another. I was getting into an argument with somebody, and they said, "It's not an argument; it's a discussion." I said, "I have this same discussion every other day with the millennials. I mean, every other day, but it's your choice, it's your decision. But when you have children, it adds another thing to it. But that's for another day. Right now, man, doggone HBCU sports have been hot today. Woo! Boy, it's been hot. One of the hot news items, and there'll be a press conference tomorrow at 12. But being on, Insights being where we get news releases from the MEAC, the SWAC, when their release comes out, we get them. The commissioner of the MEAC, Dr. Dennis Thomas, has resigned. And
effective now? I mean, no more?
Press conference tomorrow. I think it's effective in December, but I'm not exactly sure, but he has resigned. And as it went out, there were a number of people that were pleased hearing that.
Now, what has the commissioner done to these people? I mean, you know the commissioner well. I mean, I don't know him that well at all, so I don't know the insides and outs. But I know that the coach does. Why would these people be jumping for joy losing a commissioner who has been there for a long time, the longest commissioner in MEAC history? I wanted to say 40 years, but I'm not sure if that's accurate.
I don't think that's accurate.
Yeah, I don't think that's accurate at all. But I know a long time. And but why are people jumping for joy?
It's like coaching. After you coach long enough, people tend not to hear your voice anymore. And Dr. Thomas, he was a Hampton athletic director, is where I knew him first. And when he became the commissioner, I don't think it created. I think the MEAC was doing okay for a while. Then we started treading water without really showing progress, and the SWAC was changing commissioners, trying to find the right one. And the new commissioner embarked on trying to upgrade the SWAC immediately, and was able to do some sponsorships and do some things, and that benefited the individual schools. And there were people who didn't think that the deals that we made arrangements for affected the bottom line in the individual schools enough. And I don't think that would be, I mean, then, time started changing. Social media, platforms, the kids. And if you kind of don't change with it, you're kind of in trouble a little bit. And then when we started losing schools, he took a direct hit. I mean, regardless of the reasons that people left the conference, as they went to pursue their athletic goals and interests, every time somebody left, they looked directly at the commissioner, be it right or wrong. So it'll be interesting tomorrow to see and hear the narrative on this and what's happening.
Yeah, it should be an interesting spin, most definitely, Coach. Most definitely. Hey, before you continue, I love your background, okay? I really do. But there's one thing in the background that's like, it's blinding my eyes, and it's making me kind of nauseous, actually. Will you move that Pepsi thing out the way?
No.
Jeez. Come on, man. Haven't we talked about this? Haven't we talked about this?
Yes, we have.
I'm sorry, fans. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You can't tell an old man nothing, though. You just can't do it. You can't tell an old man nothing. Drink my Coca-Cola.
He's stuck on that Coca-Cola that you put on your batteries to help clean your batteries off.
Yes,
so,
indeed.
Yes,
right.
indeed. So, I mean, Twittering and people going back and forth. No. Now, let me ask you a question.
All right. Come on.
There's already a hot rumor of who the new AD or the new commissioner will be. Got an idea who you think that is?
New commissioner, you would have to, but in this day and age, you want someone. Well, people want star names, someone to bring, but that's not exactly what you need all the time. See, my first thought was Mickey Clayton, but I don't know if he's available for that or not. So honestly, I have no clue. I have no idea.
I love you like a son. Hate you like a brother. But I have had some people text me that already.
See, I'm not too far off.
Not too far off. But that doesn't mean that doesn't mean much. But I think the other name that I'm hearing a lot about, Lynn Thompson.
See, I was thinking, ooh. He has a mindset for it. He has the diplomacy for it. He has the credentials.
Has the time for it.
He definitely has the time for it. And with Cookman gone to the SWAC, there'd be no. I like that. I could see the MEAC achieving very well with that.
If it's not too late to save it, but him being in there would be a person who would know the climate. He would get my vote hands down. I mean, when they were sending my name and I heard Lynn, I was like, I vote for Lynn too. And it's awful coincidental that Lynn is out of the country at the present time. And what is my thing that I always say? Too much of a coincidence ain't no damn coincidence. That's what I'm saying.
Well, what was it? If it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, that ain't no chicken? Is this what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much. Gonna be interesting. Gonna be pretty interesting.
Coach.
Before you even go there, somebody text me on the phone talking about Kappa starting stuff.
There's no start anything. This is good. This is good stuff here.
Hey, and we ain't even got to it, but there was something you were getting ready to say. Tell me what it was, Rick.
It was about the SWAC conference. And did you
Okay, not before you go there now.
did you
Let me
hear?
not leave Bethune-Cookman.
Oh,
Let me not leave Bethune-Cookman. You know, we say we always do what with our show. We do what?
include everybody. We love everybody. It's for
Straight no chaser.
right. It is.
Rumor has it.
Uh-uh.
I'm not at Daytona Beach. I ain't on the payroll, or was on the payroll and ain't on it no more. But rumor has it that they removed about 9 of the athletic administrators last week in one fell swoop.
Wait a minute. Didn't they? Oh yeah, they just hired someone, some guy as athletic basketball. Reggie Theus. Reggie Theus, right?
Right.
So he went in there clearing house. He's cleaning house. He's sweeping.
From what I understand, the board of trustees swept it for him, so he didn't have to. That's what the rumor is.
Ooh.
I do not know because I can't there.
Oh, I forgot about how much power the board has in certain institutions.
Yes.
Ain't that something?
And
Man,
they gave him some time because he's busy coaching in the Big Three. So he's not in Daytona now.
is he paid for that?
I don't know. Don't go there. Don't go there.
I like Reggie as a basketball player.
Okay, but those basketball playing days way over.
Hey, but I heard the play. Never mind. All right, here we go.
It's the best for Bethune-Cookman. Their timing is incredible because if things don't work out, what they'll say is they shouldn't have left the MEAC. If they had stayed in the MEAC, they'd have been all right. You know, they got a new men's coach, a new women's coach, a new AD. They'll have a new administration. And anytime you go into a new position, I'm trying to figure out now who's answering the phone. I mean, you go to a new position, you would like to have somebody there that kind of know a little bit. But if you don't trust them, then them cleaning the house makes it easy for them.
Okay, but how would you know not to trust a person unless someone's put a bug in your ear? Unless someone's telling you something. See, I like what you said, that you always would like a bridge, someone to help you navigate through things that you may not be aware of. Mm-hmm. And the only people who can do that is someone who's been there. Now, you can't come in with, you have to come in with a blank slate that everything is clean, because you don't know the people. You only hear rumors. And rumors sometimes, while there's a little bit of truth in almost every rumor, a lot of times it's not.
See, unless the ultimate goal is for somebody to want everybody gone so that if you need or want anything,
you have to go to them.
See? Special shout out to my homegirl from Merritt Island High, Karen Barger, who got the last gray Insights hat. She came and picked that gray up, boy. How about it fits good, keeps the shade off her face, boy. Them things went quick. We appreciate your Merritt Island High School and for the support. The Merritt Island High School graduates that I went to high school with, we appreciate y'all's support. We really absolutely know. Now, we can move on from Bethune, but there is a link that, you know, because we made a comment earlier about name athletes, no HBCU experience coming in, getting a lot of these coaching jobs. I still stand by my original thought. It still bothers me when we have the HBCU graduates that have college coaching experience that get looked over to bring in student athletes who had no thought of playing at our schools and end up coaching. Now, to continue that, Once they get the job, I want them to do well. I want them to win. I want them to be successful. Let's make no doubt about it. I'm not crazy about some of the hires, but I'd like for Cookman to go 25-4 and all 4 losses be in the Florida A&M.
You're a better man than me. I haven't gotten to that stage yet.
Well, see, I'm Cookman, there's so many people at Cookman that I'm close to, and they really have been like family to me. I mean, it's all the way back to Cy McLaren. Heck, I live less than 60 miles from Daytona. So, I mean, I'm good with that. I don't have a problem with Cookman. Some of the hiring process is a lot of, like, I'm leading to your favorite SWAC head coach.
Please continue. Oh my gosh! Because when I heard this, I laughed. I laughed, but then I had to think about it as a reporter and where I came. Okay. For the people who don't know, I gotta go.
Okay. Feel him win.
Doing the SWAC football media day today. Jackson State head coach Deion Sanders abruptly.
Don't change him to Saunders. Don't do that. No, don't do that. He's already having issues with people in his name right now.
No. It was an honest slip. I know a few Saunders, but anyway, Deion Sanders abruptly left his press conference after a reporter referred to him as, or asked a question starting with Deion, with his first name. Now, a lot of people have been tripping. I've been on the SWAC fan page and just laughing at all the comments going on there, because you got half of the people saying, "Oh, here we go. Prime time. Why. The season hasn't even started yet. And he's already crying," and all that. And I laughed at all that because I first thought that as well. But then I'm a reporter, so I had to think about it. And I've covered everything, folks, from Little League to all the major sports, Major League Baseball, basketball, everything. There's only one sport that I've called a head coach by his first name ever, and that was Major League Baseball. And that was because you just don't go, "Hey, coach." They're known as managers, and I just don't feel right. It seems kind of odd saying, "Hey, Manager Clayton, what da 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 da." But for every other sport, including the sports where I've coached these high schoolers who've gone back to their alma maters to coach in high school and college, I've always referred to them as coach when I'm reporting. And that's just a sign of respect. That's just giving them their due. I feel strange today, and we've known each other for years, Coach, just saying Mickey or Mick. It feels strange to me because you're always coach to me. The late the late Ken Riley, even years after he finished coaching, he's always been coach to me. Why? Because coaches mean a lot to people. My little league team, who's now adults, if I see them out in the streets, they say coach. I haven't coached in 12 years, but they still call me coach. It's a matter of respect. And so while I was first jumping on Deion and everything for doing that, I understand you set a precedence right now saying you will respect me, my position. I'm not here for no BS. You will give me that, because I don't hear you calling Saban Nick. I don't hear you calling Bowden when he was coaching Bobby. You give me the same respect. Kudos, Coach Prime, because I hear you. That's fine too. So kudos to you, Coach Prime.
And you say that without me asking, because that's exactly where I was going to ask you, was from a reporter standpoint, what has your experience been?
Yeah.
I've been retired a long time. I have a young lady that's running for office. She's a superintendent on the school board in Broward County. Dr. Osgood. She was Rosalind Wade when she played basketball at Florida A&M. She still calls me coach. I don't tell her that. She still calls me coach. JD, I coached him. Jerome Davis does insurance here in the city. One of our frat brothers, he brought it up to me. He said, Coach, does it ever dawn on you that you know that I drink? He said, but you never, ever see me with a drink in your presence. He said, that's just respect. I mean, I think I didn't get with the prime time. I'm really what he wanted people to call him prime time, but that's him. I could understand the coach. And on Nick Sass, the reporter for the Clarion Ledger, his last tweet was, "People stop harassing me." Or something.
Don't start no best, won't be no best, Nick. Don't start no, won't be none.
Oh, pretty much.
That's what's crazy, though. Oh my gosh! But what do you think about it? Suppose David Lee Simmons, or not even just David Lee. I'm not gonna even take it that way. But suppose Dante Harris or Rick Brown even came up to you after a game, before the game, and said, "Yeah, Mickey, what do you think of?" You look at me like I lost my damn mind and kick me out the gym, which you have done before.
Yes,
hey, I'll tell that story later, guys, how he kicked me out the gym. But that's another story for another time. But I think I understand. Like I said, I don't know if I would have gotten up and just left. I think I would have addressed it right then in front of everybody.
But it doesn't surprise you that Deion took that stand.
Nope. No, it doesn't.
Especially since he had warned them during the press conference not to do it. He warned them in the press conference. And he said what you said. You don't call Nick Saban, you don't call him Nick. Now, the paper, when they released the story, they went back and said that Nick had referred to the Mississippi coaches and baseball coaches by their first names. That that's what he does. Because they had to put something in there to substantiate what he was doing. Now they were gonna kind of stand up for him, which means nothing to me in terms of what Coach wanted. That meant very little to me.
And obviously, it meant very little to them too. What Coach wanted and asked for. So, I mean, and I'm sure he's keeping a little notebook, a mental notebook of what's going on, of that. And he will address that accordingly, whether not speaking to him or whatever. But you know what? I thought of another thing too, Coach. With this coming out like this, that just gives Jackson State more publicity, stay in the news, which is a good thing, because a lot of times when they speak in your name, especially in papers or in the media, you're getting your brand out there. That's not necessarily a bad thing.
Hold that thought. We will be right back. We have a word from one of our sponsors.
Have you thought about improving the curb appeal of your home or business? If so, call Hank. My pressure washing service will give your property a fresh look that you are needing at an affordable price. Just take a look at some of these improvements. If you are in need, give Hank a shout. I'll get you right.
Hey, come on down to Wesley Chapel, man. Hook a brother up, because I need a little pressure washer, a little pressure. Hook her up, hook me up.
He'll hook you up. Call Hank. Hook you up. He'll hook you up. Now, back to Deion. Deion made a comment. Deion said he's the only first-year coach that they would deem his season a failure if he doesn't win. And he's kind of right, man. He finished 4-3 in the spring, which was actually, quiet as it's kept, their first winning record since 2013. I mean, they were 4-8, 5-5, and 3-8 was like, wow, they were 3-8 3 years in a row. I mean, so then, I mean, you don't walk in and turn it around overnight, but they're expecting him to. Like I said, I want him to be successful. I really do. He's at Jackson State. I mean, I want all our brothers and sister schools to do well, but it was a true comment. Anything that happens negative or not like they think it should, he catches a lot of heat on it.
But he's used to it. I mean, he's been primed since daggone college, since he was in college. So that's something that he is used to. He's used to the pressure. But and when you bring a big name, there are unrealistic expectations. When you bring in someone new, usually there's unrealistic expectations on them. I mean, the fan bases throughout anywhere, they want to be successful. The only way you're successful in their eyes is by wins and losses. We know behind the scenes there's more to success than just wins and losses. But the bottom line is, with boosters giving the money they're giving, with alumni giving money they're giving, they want something to brag about. And the only way they can brag is to see those W's up. But if you expect Jackson State to win the SWAC this year, I'm sorry. Alcorn State may have something to say about that in the West. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, and again, you know, we hope that they do well. Like I say, moving on, we still have somebody coming in, you know, coming on next week, talk about financial investments. And there, Nick Saban said his quarterback, Bryce Young, nearing $1 million in endorsements. $1 million in endorsements.
$1 million.
$1 million in endorsements.
Wow. Where was this when I was good school?
It don't matter. You wasn't that good to get them endorsements anyway. So I don't know why you bring that up.
That's not what your assistant coach said.
I don't know what y'all were referring to then. I told you, boy, I'm from Cleveland. We go all day.
I told you.
Hey, I'm here all week.
Hey, let's go.
I'm here all week.
I've been waiting on this. Oh my gosh, this dude is killing me. He's killing me.
This dude is killing me.
He's killing me. Is this the last game of the NBA series?
Wait a minute. Nelson. We got you, man. We got you covered. We appreciate you. That's a financial investor guy right there. In fact, I probably have 2 clients from him just being on the Black Man Sunday show, some things that he'd be able to help some people do that they couldn't do. I got a couple people to talk to you, man. So, hey, one thing I know about that show, it's about trying to help each other. You know, if we could do that, then we'll be halfway there.
Yes, indeed.
Now, what was that you were trying to say? Were you trying to say something about
Yes, is this the end of the NBA season? Tonight.
My season ended already, so it don't really matter.
Yeah, your season has been over for the last 2 years, so it's all right. Don't worry about it. What the Browns left, y'all were through.
Nowadays, I wait on the Browns. Heck, our season used to end after the draft now, so at least we're in a position where we at least go to some games. Speaking of which, I look forward to you joining us in Jacksonville for the.
Yes. I will come and stand in the parking lot, and I think I'll bring some Washington gear, some old Washington gear, just to rile up the crowd. I don't know. I have to figure it out. I don't know yet.
Oh
I
man,
don't know yet.
I understand. But back to your question, I tell you, if I had to pick a team, it was Phoenix. And the things that I liked about them, it looked like it might be their downfall, and that's that they do not play positionless basketball. Everybody has a position,
Yeah.
and everybody knows what their job is. And I think one of the things that they're going to have to do if they're going to try to win tonight is one, they're going to have to get the ball out of Chris Paul's hands all the time. They need to let Devin bring it down sometimes and let him start the offense when he crosses half court, because I think what they're doing is, see, they're wearing him out, and which is a good strategy. But it's a chess match. So what do you do to compensate that? Or they can go with 3 guards, because a little quick left-handed guard is pretty nice. He can push the ball. So there's other options you could use to try to save him just a little bit. If you can't figure out that they're wearing out your point guard, then we're going to send you back to coaching school 101.
Yeah, you definitely you're definitely going to need him, especially late in the game. I mean, 2 games in a row, they've had a chance to either tie or take the lead, and they've had critical turnovers, one by Paul, one by Booker. You need both of those guys fresh for the stretch, because those deer, they're coming. They are coming, and just like you don't want to run into a deer with your car, you don't want to run into these guys in the fourth quarter. Have been lights out the last 2 games. So
yeah, it's about to be 4 in a row, isn't it?
if Phoenix doesn't come out somehow, rise from the ashes. Yep.
Or the sun has set. One of the two. No, and I just think Phoenix has their hands full trying to beat them in Milwaukee, because they are going to be absolutely bananas in there.
They're talking about 60,000 people outside. Outside. 60,000 with no mask.
See, I'm doggone it if that wasn't going to be the next comment I make. Oh, I see what you meant. With no mask.
No
I don't
mask.
understand that.
Are you crazy?
Now, Phoenix, if you notice Phoenix, on the other side of the facility across from the NBA players, everybody in the front row had on a mask. And that was, I'm sure they mandated that if they were going to sit in that front row close to the players, that they had to have that mask on. But I'm just amazed at people thinking that COVID-19 is like catching a cold. And then you got 20% of all COVID cases in the country are in Florida. 20% in Florida. Because you're down there with Junior Trump running stuff and not wanting to release numbers daily anymore, but once a week,
Yeah. After he sees it and does some creative some creative math.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you go down there and click subscribe. Hit subscribe down there on the button where we can tell you about it. Hit notifications. All our stuff, it comes to you free. Everything we do on Insights, but we do get paid based on the numbers that we have that subscribe to our channel and for watching us. So we want you to continue to watch us. Dr. Dennis Thomas, Deion Primetime Sanders, all of that broke today and changed what we were going to talk about, because we still got something about the Ricketts coming up. The Olympics coming up. And we were going to cover something about the Ricketts signing, but we don't even have any notes in front of us in terms of who those 2 young ladies were, but we will mention it. Because one of them I have to mention, because every time we covered Ricketts games, if we were at the boys' games, she always came up and spoke to us on camera. It was wholesome. We appreciate you and the love and the support that you gave the Insights. She would bring other players up there. She always came and talked to us. And that just goes a long way. And a lot of that has to do with how you raised. Her dad was on campus security. And he was always a fair young man. And But she signed to go play basketball. I think she's at Andrew College. But we also had another young lady that signed, and Charmaine, special shout out to you. That's why we were trying to cover it over at Ricketts till the storm happened. But congratulations to you, young ladies, and we will mention you some more. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mick and Rick on what we think was a very good show that was hot with information. We sure will get some people that want to go back and quote some things that Rick said. And
I said it. And you can find me on Twitter at RickBrown91. If you don't like what I said, find me here. No, bump that. No, comment here. Here, insights. Comment here. Let me see it.
Yeah,
Or you're scared, like Cowboy fans.
Oh, Lord, I say, boy, Rick, you have really silenced them people that were bothering you. Well, and we haven't even talked about the Cowboys and their show, Hard Knocks. The Hard Knocks is the sound of them losing. Bam.
Ba-do-do.
Hard Knocks when they lose.
Stay up to date with the latest from Insights. Visit our website at insights.com. 2 I's in the middle, INSIIGHTS.
Insights is a copyright of MAC4 Enterprises, a Florida corporation. This broadcast is produced under the exclusive ownership of MAC4 Enterprises and is the intellectual property and trademark of MAC4 Enterprises. Comments of the host and other individual speakers on Insights represent their independent thoughts and representation.
We appreciate y'all being with us. And we got some good information coming up next week. And good speaker, young man that's going to impart some knowledge and wisdom that you're going to be able to use. And we appreciate you. This is Mickey Clay, the coach. I'm going to watch this game, and if it ain't a good game, I'm going to sleep. But one thing for sure, I'm smoking some wings, so I'm getting ready to eat my wings.
Yeah. Didn't they tell you about that? Anyway, this is your favorite reporter's favorite reporter, Rick Brown. We signing out. Until next week, folks.
Peace.